ask me what woman influenced me the most, I have several, but I will have to choose Maya Angelou. She is a poet, and sometimes we need a little bit of pep talk, and I always remember she has that wonderful poem, and she said, whatever, and I will still rise, and I will still rise. And that for me has been so inspiring. So that's for me was the most influential person. And we all have up and downs, right? I mean, that's part of life. And so when it's done, I always remember, yes, and I rise. And will continue make progress, and will continue be the better Francisca Beer, right, that I can be. So I really like her a lot. Okay, what advice will I give a woman? That has changed over time. In fact, recently, last weekend, I was just reading in the Wall Street Journal, which is for a finance professor, Wall Street Journal is really like a very important reading, that a younger woman have to be better than we were, my generation was, at mentoring each other and at networking. That is something that I must say I haven't done very well, and I should have done it better. I mean, when I look over time, I know so many people, but I still have the tendency to kind of work alone, because I just was always in the finance profession, go back and then reinvent the wheels instead of just reaching out, right? And that is something that I would advise young women not to do. So it doesn't matter. Sometimes you don't have a clue how you're going to start a project. You don't have a clue what to do. And instead of feeling, I need to find out, I cannot just ask the question, go right ahead and call somebody. Establish a network. It is okay to ask. And by asking, you will have a quick answer, right? And this mentoring, this networking, it's so important, and you will feel empowered by doing those. So I will really advise young women, keep track of who you know and keep in touch with those people. Use your LinkedIn profile or something. I mean, do it and do it with passion, right? And keep looking and send little notes. Extremely important. So mentoring and networking. And there is enough women now, I hope, that we can network and mentor each other. When I started, I was the only woman. So in my department, and last year, the year before last, for the first time in my life, in my career, I had a second woman in finance. I'm not talking about accounting or management, but for the first time. So I call her every single week. Do you need something? And so we became close. But now there is more than one woman, right? So reach out. Finances, so there's no doubt. There is no doubt. This has always been my favorite subject. It is my favorite subject. And hopefully each time I teach, I learn something, I mean, being a teacher does not mean that you're not learning. You always learn something from your student. Whether I teach corporate finance, international, personal finance, I really enjoy that. The finance is so important for people. This is something I wish I would have learned when I was, 18, 19. I'll be a millionaire right now. I will take you in my plane and we'll fly some places, right? It's just but it is really important. So I enjoy teaching finance. And I enjoy looking at my students, because very often students say, oh, I don't like finance, or I don't like math, or I don't like the quantitative aspect. And then you make it as intuitive as you can. And then you realize that, oh, yes, they enjoy the small fact. So I enjoy teaching finance, enjoy very, very much. I have a twin sister, an identical twin sister. I play piano and I horse ride. Okay, there is two that are truth and one this is not. Which one? You have to guess. And thank you so much for the opportunity. Mwah.